Hello, welcome back to the dollhouse. I am the doll, and today I am doing another video about the Reesa and Teesa saga and her Legion of Doom, honey. This video is about why she couldn't tell that he was a Dusty, and is also a mechanism for introducing a tool to help you and women around the world to stop falling for fools. So I'm going to start by saying that women are ever increasingly decentering men, and I believe that that movement has merit a shift more into centering ourselves and not even mentioning men is something that I'm even more aligned with. And even while we're centering ourselves, centering the God within us and following the direction of spirit and being very high-minded and mentally aware, there's nothing wrong with wanting marriage. There's nothing wrong with wanting the companionship of a man. There's nothing wrong with wanting to go on dates. There's nothing wrong with wanting to just have a pen pal if that's what you want. It doesn't make anyone desperate. And as a matter of fact, Reesa Teesa, she apologized quite a bit and said, I know, I'm a fool. I know. But she's only a fool because it didn't work. Like I said, there are so many people who have the success story of, oh, I met my spouse and after 2 weeks we got married. We went down to the courthouse. We've been married for 30 years. And the one person I know who can tell that story is my mother. So, boom. It doesn't make her desperate. You can still center yourself, center God in you, and date men. Now, where she messed up was not knowing her dating market value. This is controversial. This is a very controversial concept. I know. Go ahead and cuss me out in the comments. Kevin Samuels, however you may feel about him, he definitely brought to the forefront the concept of sexual market value. And up until today, I haven't run across a tool that can help you assess your market value other than one of those places where you can upload your photo and have people rank you anonymously. Other than that, this is the only other objective way that I know is a test that I developed for myself a couple years ago to help me rank myself up against whoever it was that was pursuing me, so that I could just analyze things and strategize, And I will say that it has led me to success with what I want from dating. So with Reesa and Teesa, had she had the quiz that I developed, it's, something that I had in a checklist, but I stayed up last night for y'all because she inspired me. I stayed up last night and made a quiz in type form, and I even paid. So I hope that this helps somebody, because it could have helped her. Had she had this tool, this quiz to know her sexual market value, and then also take the quiz to analyze this very objective quiz, it's 9 questions for if you answer as a man, and 12 questions if you answer as a woman. And the link is in the bio, or not the bio, but the description box of this video. So go take the quiz. But I'm going to demonstrate how she could have understood that her dating market value is at either a 5 or a 6, and his is at an 8. And just knowing that, she may have been more suspicious about him and may have done a little bit more digging into his background. So, this attractiveness ranking system can help everybody understand how they're perceived and also how to adjust one's strategy and date accordingly. A date with more Focus. So I'm going to show you what the tool looks like taking the test from her perspective, and then I'll do it from his perspective. Okay, y'all. Welcome to the DMV, the Dating Market Value Quiz. It's very self-explanatory. You'll go in and put in your email address, and we'll do TESSA and Reesa. Okay. Yeah, I did it already, obviously. So, put that in. She's a woman. How would you describe yourself? Over 20 pounds overweight. It just is what it is. How would you describe your hair? Her hair, when it was out, it looked good. Pretty standard style. I'm sure she gets a lot of compliments from women. I don't know if she gets a lot of compliments on her hair from men. I don't know that that's real. Let's say she's flattered. Men compliment her hair all the time. Boom. Her skin was perfection. Teeth straight. Fantastic. Her most standout feature, she had a lot. Well, I guess she definitely had a broad cup, oversized seat. She had a soothing voice, but I'm going to go with that. Her face. Definitely pretty. Beautiful. Very, very few people are beautiful. And if you're taking this test objectively, you know whether or not you're facially beautiful. And also, don't have that low self-esteem making you say, oh, I'm just average, when you know. All right, so I would assess her as being pretty for sure. I'm pretty. I know I'm not beautiful, but I know I'm pretty, though. What is your attitude toward grooming? Let's say for sure she is showering daily, putting in a lot of effort for well-groomed nails and body hair. How does she feel about fashion? Fashionable and fit me well. Let's just do that. She was 30-ish, right? She's a 6. Not bad. All right? Not bad. This is realistic. We may have been generous. Let's do it over. And let's do it for the liar. Legion. He's a man. He was overweight, right? She said 3X. He wore 3X. His teeth were decent, you know. We could say that his face was decent as well, right? She thought he was handsome, and I mean he's handsome. He's all right. We'll say decent, okay? I bet he thinks he's really stylish, you know. Even though he wore a uniform, I'm sure that on the weekends he did it up. So we'll give him at least an A, because why not? How much money did he make? And now this is where the tricky part comes in, because he was lying about his income. So we'll say over 100, because he was saying over 200, and he's over 6 feet. What is his attitude toward grooming? Let's say he takes showers daily, nails cut neatly. He probably, after he got past the point of living with her and became homeless and things just went down, 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 I'm sure he let himself go. But when he met her, he had his own place. And I would have, I bet he was putting his best foot forward at that time. So we'll say that. How would we describe his hair? It's okay, right? We'll say we'll say D. He thought it was flattering. He was in this age range. So, submit. He's an 8, according to that. We want to take it from the perspective of who he really was. What's his name again? Legion the Liar. So, put your real email address in if you want the results to your test to analyze it. And reply to the email if you want me to help you understand things. For now, this is free. If it becomes overwhelming, then it won't be. Hold tight. Nice to meet you, Legion Liar. You are a man. He's more than 30 pounds overweight. We'll say he had relatively straight teeth, decent face. We'll give him clothes fit and clean. But really where he was earning, he was a temporary forklift operator. He was probably right here or right here. We'll give him 25. We'll give him 25K. Over 6 feet. He showers and cuts his nails. Hair flattering. Okay. He was in here. He's actually a 5. Without like flattering clothes. I don't know, but he's actually a 5. So he had to like try and maintain the upper hand with her so that way he could prevent her from investigating his cheating, his access to sex workers, his lying about his resources. He wanted to maintain that household with her and, pay the bills, but he wasn't going to be able to get access to the real house because he was a compulsive liar. Not a compulsive liar, but pathological. And that's a serious psychological condition. Had he been in the real world, he would have been happy to enjoy her. But of course, because of the market in the city they're in, Atlanta, he gets an elevated boost by virtue of just there being more men than women. And not like 10-1 like some people think it is. But definitely there is a difference in the dating population between single men and single women in Atlanta. So, I would say dating there is probably a little bit harder. And it's a good idea to use a tool like this one to help you vet a man. With him having other characteristics that could be considered cultural additions to his market value, like his lighter toned skin, that in him being among a population of men who typically don't have high-ranking careers, that adds another element to his score. In a city like Atlanta, she may have thought, like, why would he, with his market value score being so high, what interest does he have in me? And there's nothing wrong with him having an interest as long as it's mutually beneficial. That's the key. It has to be mutually beneficial. And so men will trick women by pretending to be higher on the attractiveness scale than they are. And it gives them the upper hand. And that he had the upper hand. And it made her reluctant to investigate clues. She didn't want to lose this good man because he was working. He had a high-paying career. He had a nice car. He was looking into buying a house. He had this letter that it showed that he had been approved for a $750,000 house, and she wants to be there in the house. She wants to flex on the gram with her ring, her new baby, and her man, her high-value man baby. And I feel her. If it had been real, because it is an anomaly for someone to be at a higher dating rank to date someone who is at a lower rank. She said it herself. Someone in the comment section pointed out that VPs don't date women like you. And that's not necessarily true, but single VPs who are in their mid-30s in a well-populated city, they do have a lot of women to choose from. So you have to wonder, why would they choose a woman who isn't at her optimal health? Period. Why would I choose this? And no shade to Reesa Teesa, because hey, I am a 6'2", and because I'm 10 pounds overweight and I'm over 40. So just me knowing that helps me navigate dating successfully. Yeah, I'm pretty, but I'm also 10, maybe 12 pounds overweight. But over these next few weeks before spring hits, I'm going to get it down and get to being a 7. So that way I am secure in my positions and can live life enjoying myself and my companionship. So, all that being said, I appreciate you for stopping by the dollhouse again. The link to take the quiz is in the description box of this video. It is free for now, so take advantage of it. Let me know your feedback. If you have questions about your results, just reply to the confirmation email that you get. And I will talk to you guys next time.